Okay, you're on.
Awesome. Buenos dias, everybody. Yabu. Good morning. We're going to go ahead and start off and call the meeting to order at 11:06 a.m., February 12th, on this lovely Thursday. And moving into roll call, we'll pass it over to Miss Rose Toki, please.
Okay. Commissioner Carian, I know she's here. Oh, yeah,
Yes. Oh, I'm here. Hi, everybody.
And then Commissioner Curley is not here yet. Commissioners Francis, Commissioner Hosky.
I'm here.
And then Commissioner Lance is excused. Commissioner Moana. She's here. Commissioner Marks.
Sorry, I'm here. Somebody walked up to our reference desk right when the meeting started.
Oh, that's okay. I have you on. Commissioner Marks is not here yet. And Commissioner Wash present.
Yes.
And then Co-Chair Zavala.
Present.
Okay, back to you.
All right. Do we have a volunteer from our commissioners to deliver the land acknowledgement this morning, please, and thank you. Anybody want to jump on? Am I able to volunteer myself, Miss Rose? I'll go ahead and jump in this morning. The Flagstaff City Council humbly acknowledges the ancestral homelands of this area's Indigenous nations and original stewards. These lands, still inhabited by Native descendants, border mountains sacred to Indigenous peoples. We honor them, their legacies, their traditions, and their continued contributions. We celebrate their past, present, and future generations who will forever know this place as home. Okay, moving on to agenda item number 3. At this time, we are in public comment, so any member of the public may address the commission on any subject within their jurisdiction that is not scheduled before the commission on this day. Due to open meeting laws, the commission cannot discuss or act on any items presented during this portion of the agenda. So to address the commission on an item that is on the agenda, please wait for the chair to call for public comment at the time the item is heard. And so we are now opening it to public comment, and we will start with Councilwoman Lori Matthews.
Thank you, Co-Chair. I just wanted to take a few minutes for those that are interested in the healing center that Ammon Barker, our county attorney, and I have been working on. It's not just us two, but we were down last week at the state capitol because we have a bill at both the Senate and the House to pay for the juvenile detention center move so that we can move into the juvenile detention center that is existing for the healing center. It got passed in appropriations last week. It seems to be stalled over at the House. We made some phone calls to try to get it activated again. We're hoping for the House is sponsored by a Democrat and the Senate bill is sponsored by a Republican. So we're hoping that to have a bipartisan support will just help move it along up to the governor's desk, but it still has to go to the floor. In the meantime, we are setting up both a steering committee of business people and other people with experience in these things to help decide what it looks like in the short term and the long term. We're hoping to open up something by the end of the year by either leasing a space at the guidance center. They have an extra building, or taking a pod or two at the current juvenile detention center because they do not occupy the complete building any longer. We also have an advisory committee forming of local agencies to help provide insight as well as agree or not agree to provide some of the gaps that we've seen in the past for the continuum of care to increase the success of people looking to find sobriety and to heal from various traumas to be successful. So there's still a lot up in the air, but I just wanted to give this space to share what we've done so far and that we're moving full steam ahead. That's it.
Thank you, Councilwoman Matthews. That is awesome. Exciting. We'll go ahead and leave it open for another minute or two if anybody else has public comment.
I just want to say that Commissioner Marks has joined.
Commissioner Marks, welcome. Good morning. Do you have any students jumping in for public comment this morning, Commissioner Marks? Okay, well, thank you to the public for your comments. We are going to close this section and move on to the next agenda item, which will be approval of minutes. Ms. Rose did send us minutes to review for November 13th and December 4th. We will start with a motion to approve the minutes as is for November 13th. Motion to approve.
All motion.
Okay. All those in favor say
I
aye.
need a second.
Or we need a second, right?
I'll second the motion.
Is that Husky? Commissioner Husky?
Commissioner Husky.
Okay.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, great. The motion
Any
carries.
opposed? Any opposed?
I have to, this is Diana. I have to abstain because I wasn't present at the meeting.
Okay.
I read the minutes, but I can abstain as well. I was not present at the meeting. I read the minutes, but I wasn't there.
Okay. 2 abstentions. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Ms. Rose. Moving on to the second item, which is approval of December 4th, 2025 minutes. Do we have a motion to approve?
Co-chair, can you also read the second part or approve with amendments?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Motion to approve minutes as is or approve with amendments.
I can motion.
Do we
This
have
is
somebody
Diana.
to second?
This is Diana. I'll second.
Thank you, Diana. All right, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed?
Not opposed, but I will abstain since I wasn't at the meeting.
Thank you, Commissioner Washburn. Okay, motion carries. We will move over to general business, which always has possible vote. Agenda item A, official introduction of Commissioner Elizabeth Washburn. Welcoming and introducing yourself, please, today, Commissioner Washburn, and then the rest of our commission members will also introduce themselves. So I will hand it over to you.
Thank you. So I'm so happy to be here. So my name is Elizabeth Washburn. I do go by Libby, my nickname. I'm a citizen of the Chickasaw Nation, and I moved to Flagstaff almost 2 years ago. And with my husband and my kids, my husband is also a member of the Chickasaw Nation, and we've both spent our careers doing Indian law. about 25 plus years in various roles at law firms and in the government. I currently am the associate CEO at the Native American Agriculture Fund. We're a private trust that puts money into Native agriculture around the country, and we actually have quite a few projects in the Flagstaff area. We fund the Star School and a couple other projects, and so happy to be here and to be a part of this group. And we've been looking for ways to get to know the Indigenous community in Flagstaff, and so looking forward to working with all of you. Thanks.
Bienvenidos, Commissioner Washburn. Thank you so much for sharing that. We are so excited you're here and can bring your knowledge and expertise to this space. Thank you for serving alongside all of us. We're a fun group, I like to think.
I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, I'll kick us off next with introductions. Losanchianyavu, Inapo Mariah Zavala. I am a member of the Pasco Yaqui tribe and Oaxacan and Puerto Rican. So thankful to be here. I am the co-chair this year with the Indigenous Commission and have been serving since 2023, an honor and privilege. I work full-time for a local marketing firm here in town called Mountain Mojo Group as their business development specialist. So I get to develop a lot of relationships in the community and meet with folks to discuss alignment on marketing projects, marketing partners, things like that. And when I'm not doing that, I have a real passion for youth development. So I get to serve our community working with Girls on the Run of Northern Arizona as an advisory board member. I have my own nonprofit called the Anya Collective, where I take Indigenous youth, so far just from my tribe, but opening up to other tribes, rafting in the summer in partnership with Grand Canyon Youth, which is awesome. And Libby, I know you and I know each other through Grand Canyon Trust, so I've gotten to do some outdoor leadership development and things like that with them. And when I'm not doing those things, I hang out a lot in the local business community, collaborating with Local First Arizona, the Chamber of Commerce, things like that. And so really happy to be here in community and share my knowledge and skill set that way and help put on events here, and always supporting our underrepresented communities and our youth however I can. I'll go ahead if anybody wants to jump in next, or if I can popcorn somebody if nobody's wants to raise a hand to go second.
I will go next. Hello, Libby. My name is Moana Lamaonvaya. I am Mariah's co-chair this year, which is very exciting. I'm fighting a cold right now, so excuse me. I am in my second year serving on the Indigenous Commission, so 2025 was my first year. I am Hopi from the village of Hopewell on Third Mesa of the Hopi Reservation, about 90 miles from here. I'm Bakapunga, which is Reed Clan. And I work, let's see, what do I do? It is my first day back at work after like a week, so my brain is like not here. But I work at NAU on campus. I work at the library. I'm the archivist for Indigenous Initiatives and Cultures at Klein Library. But I'm based in special collections, so working a lot with historical archives and things like that. I work with our tribal partners on campus and in the library, working on indigenizing archives and looking at culturally respectful and appropriate access to archival materials and restrictions to materials where necessary for cultural reasons. And yeah, I just work on campus doing a lot of different things, working with students. I'm the subject librarian for the Applied Indigenous Studies program and the Ethnic Studies program on campus. So I wear a lot of different hats, but I'm in the library here. So, and I'm from Flagstaff. I grew up here. I went to school here in town. So one of the locals that can help you around, maybe.
Great.
Sometimes I don't know as much as I think I do.
It's nice to meet you. And I forgot to mention, my son is a junior at NAU. He runs track and cross country. And so we've been excited to be a part of the NAU community as well.
Nice. Yeah, NAU is awesome. I went to school here too, so.
I'll go next. Hello, Libby. Nice to meet you. I'm Kimberly Hosky. I've been with the Indigenous Commission for this is going to be my third year now. Presently, I work at the library and I'm taking a break from NAU, working on my second master's in professional writing. I went to University of Oklahoma and I got a master's in legal studies, specifically tribal law. So that's actually really interesting to know that you did that as well. So
Yes.
right now, yeah, just kind of relaxing, taking a break from school and such, raising my daughter. She definitely needs me because I've been very busy the last couple of years. So it's good to just kind of relax for a little bit and spend more time with her. And my cats, who happens to be on my lap. So yeah, so it's good to meet you, and I'm glad you're here.
You too. And my husband and I both went to the University of Oklahoma. So we'll have some
Oh,
stories to talk about. Norman, I love all of the connections here. My husband's
yes.
currently in Norman too. He's there at an event at the university.
Commissioner Marks, do you want to go next?
Ako. Yat eshe nast ejetapahado nakadene bashachin kitlachini dashache ado ashit dashanala tonali danashado kwankatlela dashagan. I am Daryl Marks. I'm a proud father of three. I currently work with Flagstaff High School as an academic advisor for Native American students. And I don't want to list a resume because there's too many things that I do, right, Rose? So I just welcome you. Thank you for your introduction, and I'm looking forward to connections. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, Commissioner Marks, we have time so you can list everything. It's good to know these things, all the things that you do for our community.
Agree. Mhm.
So I've been with the commission for a few years now. I sit on the board with the Indigenous Circle of Flagstaff as a founding member. I also sit as a board member and co-founder to the Community Assistance Teams of Flagstaff, which does a lot of work with unsheltered in the community. I also sit on the board with Tonajona Ane as for a few years now, and they do environmental work on the Black Mesa area, but a lot of influence within Navajo. Sit on the board with Honor Water, or I'm sorry, Honor Water, and of course doing work on and around Navajo and Hopi around water restoration and protection. And there's probably a few other ones I just don't remember until the meeting comes up. So I hope that's a good start.
It is. That's a lot. That's
Okay.
very impressive. You're busy.
He's also sits on the Criminal Justice Coordinating Council with the city and the county. So that's one. And then he also right now currently serving as one of the planning committee members for the upcoming powwow.
And that's because I am also the sponsor for the Native American Club, ACES Club, and ASAP Club over at Flagstaff High School.
I have to say, Daryl, I also saw the background to all of your meetings when you're in that space. I did the 8th grade tour with family on Tuesday night, and so we went in there. We were like, "Oh my God, this space is so cool!" So different than when I went to high school there, which was super exciting.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm glad you got to see it. The space that we're talking about is a multicultural room over at Flagstaff High School. You're welcome to come and visit.
Okay.
The beautiful artwork in there.
Oh, great.
It's gorgeous. And the kids always have like food, communal food, which is so nice. And they're always so curious. It's actually really energizing getting to go. It feels so good when you leave.
Speaking of students, Daryl, can you share a little bit about some of the things the students have done, including the new name for the peak, the one peak for in honor of the Hopi Nation, Hopi people?
So yeah, the youth are amazing, and I can certainly brag about them. They have done a number of things within the district. We've worked to try to create culturally relevant and safe, secure spaces within at least our campus and try to influence that on other campuses. We've got multiple murals throughout our school. We've got a Hogan that's now on campus. The first one for FUSD within the city of Flagstaff. The other honor goes to Loop schools out in Loop. And the youth have also participated pretty actively, civically, with the regional plan for the city of Flagstaff. I think that they made up the majority of the participants to that effort from the community, and have also, as Rose was sharing, been a part of getting the peak name rechanged or restored. I was looking to see if we could see it from here. So if you look up at the Tocosli or the San Francisco peaks, you'll see that there are three major peaks that you can see from the city of Flagstaff. The highest one had a name that was inappropriate. It was named after a eugenicist who said that people of color, especially Black people, had smaller brains than white people. And so the youth from Flagstaff High School, from the Native American Club, organized a press release, got city council to participate in that press release and conference. And the city worked to change one of the street names that was named after that peak to something that was more appropriate. And then the youth moved that effort to a federal level to get the name changed to what is now Omaki, which just loosely translates as House of the Clouds. And that was the original name that Hopi identified that particular peak with. And so the youth just worked to restore that and then continue to do such. Right now, they're working together with youth from the elementary school to hopefully change the name or put pressure to the city council to change the name of Columbus Street. They're at the top of the hill by the hospital. So a lot of fun things come out of that group, and they're pretty ambitious.
It's amazing. They're so active. It's very impressive.
They are. Just to let you know, I think Humphreys Peak is the highest peak, and then Agassiz, I think, is the next highest. Was.
Well, yeah. So Omaki is the second highest, but it's the highest that you can see from Flagstaff. Humphreys sits a little bit higher, I think a couple 100 feet higher, and more visible when you're on the north side or west side of the mountain.
All
And
right.
I'm going to push back because Miss Rose Tohi is very modest. We were talking about one of the longest running events at Flagstaff High School and probably in the city of Flagstaff, which is the Native American Club Powwow that's running into its 47th annual this coming April. And Miss Rose, when she was a student at Flagstaff High School, helped get that started back up. So thank you, Rose, for your energy, ambition, and of course, inspiration.
Thank you. Appreciate that. It wasn't just me, it was other students as well. So anyway, we'll move to Commissioner Kadiai.
Oh, yeah. Nice to see you, everyone. And it is wonderful to meet you, Libby. My name is Diana Kariai. My excuse Ado Tachini, Oze Tachini, Bashishin, Ado Ashi, E Dashiche, Ado Tachini, Dashanada. And I'm originally from Shiprock, New Mexico. So I'm a New Mexican, if you want to put it that way. So I'm not really, wasn't born or raised here, but I've lived here for about 25 years. And I am retired from the University of Colorado, Denver, from the Centers for American Indian Alaska Native Health, Center for Native Oral Health Research. And I was a clinician, but then I taught. I taught at NAU for a couple of years or so, and then I had my own business as well. And I retired from the University of Colorado. So we've moved around though. I've lived in North Dakota, Colorado, Minnesota, Texas. I just where I got my dental education was Texas. So my husband is also native. He's a citizen of the Turtle Mountain Band of Chippewa, Ojibwe from Belcourt, North Dakota. So he worked for public health service. He's also in the dental field as a specialist, and that's the reason why we moved around. We just moved back from northern Minnesota about 3 years ago. But we've always lived here. We always had a home in Flagstaff, and I love coming back home. My family, they all live in New Mexico, but I enjoy being here in Flagstaff. I'm also a volunteer member of the Indigenous Peoples Advisory Council under Coconino County, and I am also not member, but what do you call it? With the trust, Grand Canyon Trust.
Oh.
I don't work with them, but I'm a voter, I guess is what you call it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I talked to. It seems like is there another Libby or is it you?
Yeah, that's me. Yes.
Oh, okay. I think there's maybe I'm getting the name mixed up, but she lives out in Utah.
Oh, there is another Libby. No,
Yeah.
yes. So Libby, so I'm on the board, but Libby Ellis was our
Yes.
fundraiser. She has
Yes.
since retired and we miss her. She was amazing.
Yeah. I've talked with her quite a few times. So so I was kind of curious. I thought that can't be you. It's like it has to be
They
another
would
Libby.
always confuse us. It would be because there's not that many Libbies. So yeah,
I
it was
know
always
there's
a
not.
little weird. Yeah, whenever they would say it.
Yeah. So I'm also a member of the AZT, the Arizona Trail Association as well, because I do a lot of trail. So I help with maintaining trails and all that kind of stuff. So I'm more of an outdoorsy person. And so anyway, that's basically, and I've been a member with this Indigenous Council, I think for about 6, 7, 8 years maybe. Apparently I can't not be a member. Rose told me. He's in
Yeah, I made it so that she can't get off.
so I can't leave even if I wanted to. So so I'm a forever member as an ex officio member. So hopefully we all meet sometimes and get to meet each other again. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you. And we also have some things in common. I've lived all around in Texas. I grew up in Texas, but I claim myself as a New Mexican. So I went to law school in New Mexico and we've lived there. And I have my oldest son lives there too. So we'll also have a lot in common, I think.
Did you go to UNM?
I did. I went to UNM Law School.
Me too.
Oh,
The
okay.
Go Lobos.
Yeah,
Okay,
go Lobos.
and San Antonio, I went to the University of Texas Health Science Center in San Antonio, Texas. So that's where I lived for a long time as well.
Okay, and I grew up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and then I went to University of Oklahoma undergrad, as my husband did, and then went to UNM Law School.
Cool.
This is great. I'm learning so much more about you guys too. Councilmember Matthews, would you please go next?
Thank you, Rose. Hi, I'm Councilmember Lori Matthews. I'm the liaison between the Indigenous Commission and the City Council. I've been on City Council for 3.5 years. I'm running for re-election this year. A little bit about me. My career was in banking. I was mainly a commercial lender, so I did a lot of business lending and business development. Then after I moved to Flagstaff in 2011, I continued to work for a bank. That's what brought me here for a short time. But shortly after that, I got on the Flagstaff Shelter Services board, quickly became president after I helped fundraise some money to open up the back then new location on Huntington. And then quickly after that, we lost our executive director. And because of my experience with commercial lending, which is very similar to grant writing, I became the interim director until we did a national search to find the director that they currently have. But that took 15 months, a little longer than I expected. I taught economics and accounting for a semester over at Coconino Community College. It was a bucket list thing, but after a semester, I stopped because after leaving the shelter, I started a transitional housing program on the old Motel 66 and did that for over 12 years. And recently, a year ago, handed it off to another organization to run because my full-time job is being a city council member. So that's me in a nutshell.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, I'll go next. And then Mariah will invite some other people. Shay Tachini no Dain Shlido, Kalichini Bashichin, Ashkanzo, Dashinado, Shindashichi. That's my Navajo clan's dinner. I'm actually Navajo and Ute, but I grew up pretty much Navajo. And I also am originally from the Four Corners area. My mom's land is just inside the Arizona border at the Four Corners area. And then, but I grew up in Shiprock, New Mexico as for part of my, for school. But I moved here into Flagstaff when I was a teenager, went to school, went to Flag High, graduated from there, and received both my bachelor's degree, both my degrees from NAU, my bachelor and my master's degree. And I've pretty much started my professional career here in Flagstaff. And my husband and I have 3 adult sons right now and raised our family here. Our youngest is the only one that's married, and my 2 older ones are still free and eligible bachelors. I'm trying to marry them off so I can have grandkids, more grandkids. So, but other than that, I really just, ever since high school, I've always been involved in some sort of volunteerism, advocating for different things through college, and then took some time off when I became a mom. And but other than that, just following our kids through soccer. Their thing was soccer, so following them around and whatnot. But it's been so they're all adults now. I always tease and say I'm still raising my husband. He's probably the biggest baby of them all. So, but but I pack his bags and I send him off to different places around the country. He has his own business, so he travels a lot, doing presentations and just sharing cultural things and just helping with different businesses, corporations, and sometimes with those individuals who are fighting addiction, and just helping them in that realm with traditional practitioner type things, and also just his many years of experience from just working with people. So, but for me, in addition to being the staff liaison here, I also sit on several other community organizations. One of them being one of the work that I enjoy is with community criminal justice system coordinating council, and being a member there has really opened doors for our Indigenous people and their voice. And thank you to the city who's been able to help propel that for me in ways that I haven't seen in many years for our people. We now, the community, the coordinating council started, I understand, in 2005, but we didn't know about it until we found out about it through then the county attorney who came to do a presentation at the IPAC, which is with the County and Indigenous Peoples Advisory Council. And we're like, what? We're like, we didn't know about this group. How come, how do we learn more about it? And so we ended up learning more about it and getting people to our different connections to learn more about it. And that's how we're able to get some people on Indigenous people on the council. So that was a big thing. And Council Member Matthews is very instrumental in helping move a lot of those things going through the council. And I really appreciate her help here, but also at the coordinating council and some of the things that they're doing in conjunction with the city, the county together is really, really important, especially with the Healing Center. So those are some things that came out of the grassroots movement that has started around 2016, which is one of the ways that my position became available, is through that effort with the recommendations that were given to City Council at that time. And so, and those are some of the things that this commission is working on. Those are some of the things that I'm working on with internal channels. And there's a lot of good things happening with the city and at the county level when we work together. So also this year is my year chairing the Indigenous Peoples Advisory Council for the county. So that's where my other efforts are. Other things that I'm trying to remember all the other things that I do, but like Daryl says, it's just kind of a lot sometimes, but I love the things that I do. And I also sit on the Elders Council at the national level for ACES, and that's American Indian. And then it was American Indian Science and Engineering Society. I think they changed Indian to Indigenous. So, so that's what we're doing, and that's one of the things we really have been pushing is, Indigenous versus Indian, because we're not Indians, we're prefer Indigenous or Native American. So those are some of the changes that have been happening, and even in our guide with the regional plan and the comprehensive plan with the county, those are some of the things that have changed the wording on some of those things. And getting our people involved has been a big push internally, but also working with the commission and other community members throughout. So it is a lot of work, but it's just one of the things that I love doing. And I always appreciate my relatives being on these boards that I ask them to be a part of and whatnot. So, and I think one of the other things that's a little bit more visible is like the public art that we also, as part of the recommendation, is to have more public visibility through public art, or street names, trail names. Those kinds of things are some of the things that have been in the works. I think this is the third year that we're going to have public art over at the Liz Archuleta Park by the police station. You can go out and check that park out, because there's some really nice sculptures. And we included other people of color, not just Indigenous, with that push. And so just a lot happening, and a lot of it is through this commission having input as well. So thank you so much for this time to tell you a little bit about all the things that we do, all the things that we're passionate about. So thank you.
Thank you.
I think just a little bit background. This commission was seated in 2020 in December. The council voted to have the Indigenous Commission, and then they took they started with their meetings in January of 2021. So that's where we've started, and this is the first time ever that we've had an Indigenous Commission, and the council has been so supportive. And then this is also the first time that the police department has had its own Indigenous advisory board as well, and that came from the new police chief that's now running that department. So just a lot has been happening, a lot of good things. Back to you, co-chair.
Oh, this is so good. I think this is a great way to kick off our year. And so I was learning so much about everybody too. It's like, dang, we're always just laughing and eating when we hang out. Oh man. I wanted to give just a couple of moments to our community members that are on the call as well to introduce themselves, starting with Jenna. It's Jenna, sorry, I can't help myself every time I say her name, but she is always so helpful at our events. You'll see her a lot with us. She's almost like an honorary member here, the way she supports. So if you have a couple moments, Jenna, would love for you to introduce yourself to our new commissioner. Please.
Hi, you guys are so kind. Hi, Commissioner Washburn. I'm sorry I don't have my video on, and my Teams keeps crashing, so I'm like holding my phone up right now. But I'm so excited to have you on the commission and look forward to getting to know you. Yeah, I'm a community member. I also work for the city of Flagstaff, and I just try my best to attend these meetings, really just to listen and learn and keep up on all the incredible, meaningful work that this commission does and plug in whenever I can. So thanks for being on this commission, and thank you everyone for always including me. You guys are amazing.
Thank you. I look forward to meeting you, Jenna.
You as well.
Chokwe Desia, Jenna, thank you. And then I thought I saw Sheldon on here. There he is. Sheldon was actually one of our panelists at our Indigenous Peoples Day event and is a local business owner and community member. And so since you're here, Sheldon, which we are so thankful for, if you're comfortable, please share a little bit about yourself.
Ja, Deshnant, she Sheldon Yazi. My name is Sheldon Yazi. I'm from the Navajo Nation, a member of the start of the Registered People Clan, born for Edgewater People Clan. I'm a business owner here in Flagstaff. I have a tax store located on Steve's Boulevard and Route 66. So I've been getting myself immersed more with the Flagstaff community lately. I don't live in Flagstaff proper. I live in Timberline. We bought a house out here in 2029 and just been building house and home out here. I have a whole bunch of chickens, turkeys, goats, everything you can imagine under the sun, we grow. And I'm just trying to get myself more included in the Flagstaff portion. Recently, my shoulder was tapped to join the Coconino County's Indigenous People Advisory Council. So I'll be seeking that appointment pretty soon. I think my first meeting is next Thursday with them to get an interview and then move forward to the full Board of Supervisors. But welcome to Flagstaff, Ms. Washburn, and I look forward to working with you and all the rest of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chokwe Desia, Sheldon, thank you so much, and hope to see you again at the Indigenous Peoples Day event and Indigenous Co-Talkers event this year. So moving on now to item 6. Item 6A, update on City of Flagstaff's community social powwow. I'm going to hand it over to Staff Liaison Tohi, who's going to update us on the planning and progress of the powwow. Commissioners Marks and Lance are also part of the planning, so I'm sure there will be some information from them as well. Go ahead, Ms. Rose.
Okay, thank you, co-chair. I just wanted to quickly update you on the progress of our City of Flagstaff first time ever community social powwow that is being planned also by a couple of our commissioners as well as myself and the students of Flagstaff High School. And Actually, I'm really surprised at the way that everything just kind of came together without any problems. Um, I think at first we remember that we were wanted to have it out at the football, not football, at the softball fields on Thorpe Park, but the time that we'd like to have it, they were already booked and there were already standing tournaments that were going on. So we said, oh, that's okay. And then we met again, and the Commissioner Marks and the students, I guess they already talked and said, well, why don't we just have them come join us? And so that was how this planning started. So the Flagstaff High School contest powwow will happen April 17th and 18th. And then the city of Flagstaff community social powwow will happen on Sunday, April 19th. So that's what we decided. And I was looking at some of the things that I looked through for themes. I thought I'd come up with this. The thought on that is the City of Flagstaff Community Social Powwow, a kinship gathering at Abalone Shell Mountain. So I wanted to just kind of have, see if you were okay with going through with that. And just wanted to get your opinion on that. And if you want to write it in the chat, that's okay too. And we don't have to vote, and I just like to have your input on it. So our Masters of Ceremony right now is going to be Michael Salabai. He's going to be our MC, and he confirmed, all of them are confirmed right now. So I'm just getting the information together for the person who's going to do our flyer so that flyer can come out hopefully by next week. And then Rick Yazzie, who's also working with the Flagstaff High School Native American Club. He's going to be our arena director free of charge, but we're going to use his sound system to help on that day on the 19th for the sound system, his everything that he provides for that. And then Frankie Husky, he's going to be our head gourd dancer. And then James Arnold III, he's going to be our headman dancer. He's at NAU. He's a student at NAU. And then Shantae Dan Jensen, she's going to be our head woman dancer or head lady dancer, whichever way that goes. And she is going to be, she's going to be the one that's going to do the flyer for us. Her family is a longtime powwow family. And then I'm also right now looking for some veterans within the city who can carry some flags for us for grand entry. And then Michael Cohn and the Long Walk Descendants will be our Southern host drum. And then Robbie Thompson and his Northern drum, Wandering Elk, is going to be our host Northern drum. And then, let's see, the last one, Rick Yazzie, our sound system. So that's our head staff right now. And right now we have also 2 sponsored programs. The head lady is going to do, her special is going to be a dance special on old style jingle dress dancing. So that's going to be her special. And then our arena director and sound person, Rick Yazzie, he's also going to do, he's going to provide some specials for the young ones, 17 and under, both the girls and boys, 17 and under special. So he's going to do that. And then there's also another family that's going to come in and do the food sales, concession sales for a different variety, mostly like indigenous tacos, maybe indigenous hamburgers with fry bread and the whole works. So that family is going to come in, and they're also volunteered to feed our head staff. So I don't have to really worry about food. Maybe just have some snacks for different parts of the powwow. Nalka, on the other hand, also Nalka has volunteered to have coffee and drinks all ready all the time for the singers. So that's going to be on board for that. And then I think that's all I have regarding the different things. Right now, all I'm doing right now is gathering all the W-9s and all the vendor applications so that they all get vendor numbers, and anything that I spend on them, like lodging or payment to them for their services, I have all that in place so that we can pay them on the day of. Let's see here. Does anybody have any questions regarding the powwow? Anything on the theme? Is that okay with you? Don't all speak at once.
I think it sounds great. Thank you so much for all the work you guys are putting into this, and sounds like it's coming together how it's supposed to, considering I'm sure we're all used to hiccups when we're planning for events like this. What a gift for how smooth it's going, and sounds like this is the year to put that together and for it to come to fruition. So thank you, Ms. Rose and Commissioner Marks, and I know Commissioner Lance isn't here, but for the work on that.
Yeah, it's just been really smooth. Commissioner Lance is going to provide all the banners. He's got a contact to do the banners, and then we have a flyer. Somebody's going to make the flyer. Oh, and then the vendors are already asking to set up for that Sunday, since they're going to be there for Friday and Saturday. The vendors, the arts and craft vendors, they're going to, whoever wants to stay for Sunday, they're going to have that option, and they're already asking, about payment and things like that. So that QR code will be accessible probably this week sometimes.
Yeah.
To put on our flyer as well, so that when they see our flyer, they can always just go to that QR code and then get connected with the Native American Club. So all the funds that are being gathered from the vendors will all go to the Native American Club.
Okay.
And
Great.
it's going to be free
I'm
to
sorry,
the
Ms.
public.
Roach.
No, yeah, that's okay. It's going to be free to the public, no charge for the social powwow. That's all I have. And then since there's no nays or whatever, I'm going to go with that theme.
Yay. And could you remind me the date again? I listened to all the details, but I think I missed that at the beginning of it.
The Flagstaff High School contest will be on April 17th and 18th. And then ours is going to be on the 19th.
17th, 19th. All right.
That's it.
Rose, you mentioned, did you say there was a theme? I think I might have heard something like that.
Yes. We've been kind of advertising as the City of Flagstaff Community Social Powwow, which is still going to stay. But the following line is going to be a kinship gathering at Abalone Shell Mountain.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I like that.
All right, that's all I have. Back to you, co-chair.
Awesome. Thank you, Ms. Tohi. Okay, moving on to the next agenda item, which is informational items to and from the commissioner members. So good time for you guys to share what you get up to, what the events are that are happening, all of those things. I'll kick us off with a few things going on. I was just looking for the date for Culture Connection over there with Audra. They are planning for their big Culture Con, which I think is going to be this summer, something like that. But it'll be a market open to Indigenous artists, local artists, all of those things. We have our first committee meeting next Tuesday, so I'll have more information to you guys if you know anyone. I'm looking at you, Commissioner Marks, from bazaars and things of folks who would like to table and sell their goods there. The Flagstaff Women Connect next meeting is going to be March 16th. We are going to meet at Dr. Alice Christie's second location of Tinkertopia over there in Sunnyside, which is a great space for our Sunnyside kids. Free space, and we're going to learn about that. And if you want to come by and get engaged with some of the tools they have there, like sewing, 3D printing, workshops, tinkering, all of those things. That event is going to be Monday, March 16th from 4:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. We moved it because of spring break the week prior, so please come on by. What else is going on? I believe that those are all the updates I have. And if any of you are interested in Flag Women Connect, the Culture Connection, Chamber, Girls on the Run, it was announced for Girls on the Run, North Country has been absorbed by El Rio. The federal judge just passed that this week. That was in the Arizona Daily Sun. We still don't know where our permanent home is going to be. So our fundraisers have been canceled. We're kind of in a holding pattern for planning for this fall, but just keeping everybody updated with as things unfold. So more information to come there. And I believe that's all I have. Oh, and my own personal side note is I'm recruiting youth. Our group is now known as the Anya Collective. So as soon as the application opens, I'll send it to you guys if you know of youth, Indigenous youth between the ages 11 to 14 who would like to go rafting with me this summer. Our dates are going to be from the 5th of July to July 11th. We'll be working with kids from Southern Arizona, mid and out. We're probably only going to take 10 to 15 kids, but we'll have a wait list because of things that are going on. So excited to be in those planning efforts there. And we'll keep all of you in mind as we recruit youth for that program. And I will stop there, and whoever wants to put their hand up on what's going on in their world and what they want to invite us to, please jump in.
I've already thrown in the plug for the powwow. So has Rose. So that's the biggest thing coming up. I think that there's a shoe game, but I think that's going to be kept student-wise internally on the 20th. And I'm trying to think what else is going on. There's a couple of other activities, but I think I have time to bring it up to the commission next board meeting.
Oh, go ahead, Sheldon.
Hi, Commissioner Zavala and Commissioner Marks. I understand that you guys are pretty involved in running. My sister runs the Native Baddies Run Club out of the Maricopa County, and she's wanting to come up this way. And I've been wanting to get her connected with the right people. So I'll probably be reaching out to you all to get the Native Baddies Run Club up in Flagstaff pretty soon.
Yay! Yes, please. I've been following her and everything, and we are a little green up here of how engaged she is down there, and have been dying to see something like that up here, especially for our matriarchs. Thank you, Sheldon, for sharing that. Please pull on me or Daryl. I would love to be part of that. Sorry to voluntold you that way, Daryl. I had one more thing I remembered, but I want to keep it open to everybody else if there was anything else they wanted to add. Okay, I don't see any hands. So I did want to share, especially with Commissioner Washburn being here, Grand Canyon Trust's leadership program is open for applications. I participated in this program. I've talked about it a few times where we got to travel around Northern Arizona and learn about just transition, which is what that looks like for Indigenous communities being affected by colonization and all these major changes, and seeing it through the lens of economic development, agriculture, all of these things. I loved the program so much. It's free. Everything is included for travel. There's a small stipend that's part of it. And for me, especially as somebody who is not of Dene and Hopi lands and the other tribes that reside here, it was so enlightening and just really powerful to be part of. There's even a service project where you go work with elders or anything like that. I put that in the chat. The application is open now until all 12 spots are filled, and surprisingly, they have a pretty hard time with filling those spots. So the trip is from August 8th to the 15th, and it's for anybody aged up to 27, I believe. So I went when I was aging right out. I was right at 27 when I finished. But I've seen language on there for ages up to 30 as well. So I'm sure if you ask and you're interested in going, they would probably be flexible enough. So, or reach out and see how you can volunteer and be involved. But highly, highly recommend for any young professionals or anybody who is really into that kind of outdoor leadership development and things like that.
I think we're good to go.
Yeah, perfect. You were reading my mind, Miss Rose. We'll go ahead and call the meeting to adjourn. You guys get a whole 23 minutes back today, and we will see you guys next month. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Have a good day.
Have a great day.